some of your assessment tasks already. I'm not going to pull up your assessment task, don't worry. I'm not going to show the whole class. So let me go back down. Yeah, okay. All right, so with the assessment task, I really want you guys to make sure that you're not just giving me like 2-sentence answers, okay? So I know that these are out of 2 marks, but I really want you guys to look at the keyword here. So describe, okay? Really like explain what you're talking about, okay? If you're only giving me like a sentence or 2-sentence answers, then there's not much that I can really mark you on, okay? Someone is saying something. What if it says example? Yeah, that's fine. So are you referring to like question 4? Identify an example of a temporary and permanent emotion. Okay, so with this, so see how I've given you the sentence starter that says a temporary emotion is, so I still want you to explain what a temporary and what a permanent emotion is, and then give an example, okay? It's just showing me that you understand what temporary and permanent emotions are, all right? So please do use the sentence starters. I mean, you can always change it, but yeah, basically explain what they are, okay? And then down here, now in the past, I have had some people stuck on this part of the table, the type of change. If you carefully look through the notes that I've given you from week 10 and week 11, you will notice very carefully that depending on the nutrient you choose, so it's probably going to be the toasted English muffin, and what else was there? Maybe like the sliced ham that is cooked, or even the poached egg, okay? With these 2 nutrients, have a look at the functional property. So for the toasted English muffin, it would be which functional property? Anyone remember? When you apply heat to a carbohydrate and it changes it to a nice brown color, what is that functional property called? Yes, dextrinization, DEX, but you're close. I knew what you were talking about, Kathy. So yeah, dextrinization, okay? So if you have a look at the dextrinization notes, have a read through it and tell me if you think it's a physical or a chemical change. If you still can't find it there, then I'll obviously like do the research, okay? So is it a chemical change in that it's the actual like bonds within the carbohydrates are changing it, or is it physical because it's heat? Have a read through, okay? And then explain how the change occurred, all right? Do we have to identify its functional properties? For question 6, you would identify the functional property when you're talking about how the change occurred, yeah? So you'd say, you know, with the English muffin, when dry heat is applied through the toaster, this is an example of dextrinization, blah, 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 okay? Explain what happens in dextrinization, yeah? Okay, now, Manisha, I was just explaining question 6, so I hope that's a little bit clearer. Question 7, this is the fun part of the assessment task. Now, I know it says here, see the sample provided by Miss Craig. There's no sample that I uploaded. If you noticed, Kathy asked the question, I think it was during the holidays. The reason why I haven't uploaded it is because what I have is a really dodgy photocopy. But just have a think about when you look in any cookbook or any Coles or Woolies magazine and you have a look at their recipes, all I want you to do is I want you to use that Eggs Benedict recipe in the assessment task. Just copy and paste it and put it into a nicely presented A4 page. Okay, a lot of people in my class last year, they used Canva because Canva, you've got lots of options to make it really nice and presentable. Okay, so essentially you're just presenting a nicely laid out recipe. So this is more kind of like a design question for you guys. There's not much hang on, let me have a look. Daisy, so you don't have to write in your own words. If you look, as it says there in question 7, in your own words, with food photography rules considered. So just copy and paste it, but then change up some of the method. Yeah, so I do want you to put it in your own words. A good example, let me have a think. If you have a look at, let's say, like Donna Hay, I'm going to write the names. So like Donna Hay, Jamie Oliver. I'm just typing these out. Yeah, so as Kathy says, you can try shorten it. Donna Hay, Jamie Oliver, they're good examples. Look at their websites, look at their recipes. Even, let's have a look here. Why is it showing me pasta when I type in e-recipe? Okay, let me think. Let's look up. Okay. So have an image of Eggs Benedict. Keep scrolling down. Sometimes these websites show a really pretty, like, laid out recipe. I'm just trying to show you like an internet example, because the examples I have are in like Coles magazines. So yeah, so have a look here. Minus ads. Okay, so have the name of the recipe. You can have these pieces of information. So preparation time, cooking time, total time. Yield is just the number of serves. Okay, you can have an image, and then you could, if you want to, have a short description of what the meal is. This is just an added section in the recipe. Ingredients, instructions, and then if you want, you can also have additional notes. Yeah, so these are all just sections that you could have in your recipe. You don't have to have them. The only thing that I'm expecting that definitely should be there is the name and image, ingredients, and then the method. So are there any questions about that? If not, then just say no. Okay, Kathy said no. Anyone else? Manisha, is that a bit clearer? And to you, Michelle, I say eBay. Yes, okay. All right, well, if there are no other questions, then I might end this Zoom. Yeah. Make sure that you are writing in detail. It's due next Friday. Let me just double check the exact time. What did I say? Due 8th of May. Oh, you're lucky. 11:59 p.m. All right. Google is listening to you. Go meeting. What do you mean? All right. So anyway, if everything's all good, then I'm going to end this chat. Okay. Gotcha, Michelle. All right. So we all good? Bye. All right. I'll see you.